What if I told you that some migrants in the United States might be living better than many of its citizens? Would you believe it? Let's delve into the fascinating dichotomy of immigration policies in the United States. The current administration, headed by President Joe Biden, has taken a unique approach towards migrants and illegal immigrants that is worth discussing. The Biden administration, in a bid to offer a helping hand to those who journey to the United States in search of a better life, has put forth policies that seemingly prioritize migrants over U.S. citizens in certain respects. Let's take housing, for instance. It appears that some migrants are receiving assistance to secure housing at rates much cheaper than what an average U.S. citizen would have to cough up. This, understandably, raises eyebrows and triggers questions about fairness and equity. Next, let's talk transportation. Again, there seems to be a trend where migrants are receiving aid for transportation at significantly lower costs. While it is noble to support those in need, one cannot help but wonder, what about the citizens who are struggling to afford their daily commute? These policies, though aimed at assisting migrants, have inadvertently created a scenario where U.S. citizens, particularly those in lower income brackets, may feel overlooked and neglected. It's like a bitter pill to swallow, watching as people from other countries receive aid while they continue to grapple with the harsh realities of their own lives. Granted, the intention behind these policies is not to put migrants above citizens. The goal is to provide aid to those who have braved challenges and adversities in their journey to the United States. But the unintended consequence is a growing sense of resentment among some U.S. citizens who feel they are being pushed to the sidelines. The question remains, is it fair for migrants to receive such benefits while many U.S. citizens struggle to make ends meet? The answer is not as simple as a yes or a no. It's a complex issue that requires thoughtful discussion and careful consideration. As we move forward, let's keep this question in mind. Scene script. Let's dive deeper into the living conditions of migrants and compare them to those of U.S. citizens. Migrants arriving in the United States often find themselves recipients of aid programs designed to help them adjust to their new environment. These programs offer benefits such as affordable housing and transportation. Picture a family, new to the country, stepping into a home that they can afford, even on a limited income. Imagine them catching a bus or a train, making their way to work or school, their transportation costs significantly reduced. Now let's contrast that with the situation many U.S. citizens are facing. Rising interest rates are driving people out of their homes and apartments. It's a harsh reality that's leaving countless citizens struggling to keep a roof over their heads. The dream of homeownership, once a cornerstone of the American dream, is slipping away for many, replaced by a nightmare of eviction and uncertainty. This is not to say that migrants should not receive support. After all, they've embarked on a difficult journey, leaving behind their homes in search of a better life. But it does raise questions about the balance of resources and the fairness of the system. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, it's clear that while some are receiving a helping hand, others are left grappling with the harsh realities of economic hardship. We must also consider the long-term effects of these policies. What happens when the resources allocated for these programs dry up? What happens to the migrants then? And what about the citizens who are already struggling? Will their situation improve, or will they continue to be pushed to the margins? This issue isn't just about housing and transportation. It's about the basic human right to a secure and stable home, something that every person, citizen, or migrant deserves. It seems that the scales might be tipping in favor of migrants, but at what cost to U.S. citizens? This is a question that needs to be asked, and more importantly, it's a question that we as a society need to find an answer to. Remember the wall? Yes, the one that was once a point of contention between the Democrats and Donald Trump. Just like a chapter from an intense political thriller, this very wall has been a symbol of division and protection depending on the lens you're looking through. Now, the plot twist. The Democrats, previously vocal critics of the wall, are continuing its construction. A surprising turn of events? Perhaps. Let's delve deeper. The wall, originally Trump's brainchild, was touted as a protective shield for American citizens, a barrier against illegal immigration. The Democrats, however, viewed it as a symbol of division, a monument to exclusion rather than inclusion. Fast forward to the present day. The same Democrats are now spearheading the continuation of the wall's construction. What's the rationale behind this? Seems to be a complex blend of political strategy and a response to the evolving immigration situation. On one hand, it's a move to placate those who believe that stronger borders equate to stronger security. On the other hand, it's also a bid to manage the influx of migrants, a situation that has been a hot-button issue in recent times. But what does this mean for the migrants and U.S. citizens? For the migrants, it's another hurdle in their pursuit of a better life. For the U.S. citizens, it's a tangible representation of their government's commitment to their protection. However, it's also a reminder of the stark reality that some citizens are being priced out of their own homes, while migrants are being accommodated at more affordable rates. This brings us to a critical question. Is the continuation of the wall's construction a solution or just another layer to an already complex problem? The wall, it appears, is more than just a physical barrier. It's a symbol of a much larger debate. The debate of who deserves what and how much, the debate of division versus protection, the debate of us versus them. The wall stands tall as a testament to these ongoing discussions and as a reminder that the final chapter of this intense political thriller is yet to be written. Immigration is not just about people moving from one place to another. It's a political chessboard with moves and counter-moves. In the grand scheme of things, immigration policies are not solely about the logistics of human migration. They are, more often than not, a reflection of the political agendas at play, a strategic move in the game of politics. And this is no different in the case of the Biden administration. The current administration's approach to immigration, particularly when it comes to providing housing, transportation, and food to migrants at significantly lower rates, might be seen by some as a humanitarian act. However, for others, it's a political maneuver, a calculated move on the chessboard of politics. The administration's strategy, some argue, is aimed at winning over certain demographics. By portraying a compassionate stance towards migrants, the administration could be looking to secure the support of those who value empathy and inclusivity. This approach, however, might have its drawbacks. Critics argue that it may inadvertently alienate other demographics, particularly those who feel that the benefits extended to migrants are coming at their expense. Another piece on this chessboard is the continuation of the border wall, a project initiated by the previous administration and disapproved of by many Democrats. The decision to continue its construction might be seen as a move to placate those who are concerned about border security and illegal immigration. This, too, is not without its critics, who view it as an unnecessary expenditure and a symbol of division. The game of politics is complex and multifaceted. Each move, each policy decision has potential ripple effects, impacting not just the immediate issue at hand, but also the broader political landscape. The administration's approach to immigration, therefore, is not just about the migrants or the citizens. It's about the moves and counter-moves on the political chessboard. In this game of strategic maneuvers, one question remains. Who will be the ultimate winner? Will it be the administration that secures political capital through its policies? Or will it be the American people who bear the direct implications of these decisions? It's a game of chess indeed, but who will be the ultimate winner? As we conclude, it's clear that the immigration debate is far from over. We've traversed through the labyrinth of immigration policies, observed the dichotomy between the treatment of migrants and U.S. citizens, and delved into the political implications of these policies. It's evident that the scales are tipped, with migrants often receiving benefits at a more affordable rate than the citizens of the United States. Housing, transportation, and food, vital life necessities, are provided to migrants at significantly lower costs, a fact that has not gone unnoticed. We've also touched upon how these policies have driven many American citizens out of their homes and apartments, their spaces subsequently occupied by those who have newly crossed the borders. The irony is palpable, as these policies are enforced by the very government elected by the citizens themselves. The wall, a potent symbol of division or protection, depending on who you ask, is yet another facet of this complex issue. Initiated by one administration, disapproved by the next, yet still a part of the immigration strategy, the wall stands as a tangible reminder of the ever-changing political landscape. The chessboard of politics is a dynamic one, with the Democrats and Republicans each making their moves, shaping the course of the immigration debate. The current administration, led by Joe Biden, finds itself in a precarious position, continuing some policies of its predecessor while attempting to carve its own path. But let's not forget the core of this debate is not about policy or politics, but about people. It's about those seeking a better life, those who call this land their own, and how they are treated. It's about the balance between humanity and homeland security, between compassion and control. As the debate rages on, one thing is for sure. The immigration issue is as complex as it is controversial. For now, we can only wait and watch as the story unfolds.